Welcome to Past Us. Today we'll talk about top 7 actors died from Ghostbusters. Ghostbusters is a 1984 American supernatural comedy film directed and produced by Ivan Reitman and written by Dan Aykroyd and Harold Ramis. Ghostbusters was released on June 8, 1984 to critical acclaim and became a cultural phenomenon. It was well received for its blend of comedy, action, and horror, and Murray's performance was often singled out for praise. The film earned $282.2 million during its initial theatrical run, making it the second highest grossing film of 1984 and the then highest grossing comedy ever. Unfortunately, time takes its toll, and some of the film's beloved actors are no longer with us. Here's the list of top 7 actors died from Ghostbusters, but before starting the video, be sure to smash that like button and subscribe to never miss out on any of our videos. Number 7. Larry King.
Hi, this is Larry King. The phone-in topic today, ghosts and ghost busting. The controversy builds, more sightings are reported. Some maintain that these professional paranormal eliminators in New York are the cause of it all.
The iconic talk show host Larry King, an American broadcaster and interviewer, and one of the most recognizable figures on US television, over the years he established himself as a beloved figure who will never be forgotten. Apart from his shows and famous interviews, Larry appeared in many movies as himself, from Ghostbusters to The Simpsons. Ghostbusters fans will remember Larry's quick yet memorable cameo in the original 1984 comedy, where the then radio host plays himself during the film's montage scene. After their first successful bust at the Sedgwick Hotel, the Ghostbusters started getting an incredibly growing workload throughout New York. This caused a media frenzy and resulted in some conspiracy theories. Larry King, on his nightly show, at one point said he heard rumors that the Ghostbusters were the cause of the disturbances. Larry died of sepsis as a complication on January 23, 2021, at the age of 87. Number 6. Cassie Kassam. Kamal Amin Cassie Kassam was an American disc jockey, actor, and radio personality. Cassie Kassam did a voiceover cameo as himself on his radio show after the Ghostbusters became famous. Kassam in a voice-only role. He was also the first actor to voice Norville Shaggy Rogers in the Scooby-Doo franchise 1964 to 1997 and 2002 to 2009. On June 15, 2014, Kassam died at St. Anthony's Hospital in Gig Harbor, Washington at the age of 82. The immediate cause of death was reported as sepsis caused by an ulcerated bed sore. His body was handed over to his widow. Number 5. Roger Grimsby. Roger Olin Grimsby was an American journalist, television news anchor, and actor. Grimsby, who for 18 years was seen on ABC's flagship station, WABC, in New York City, is known as one of the pioneers of local television broadcast news. On Ghostbusters, Roger Grimsby portrayed as himself an anchorman Roger Grimsby was shown on TV covering a story on the Ghostbusters. This was the first thing shown in the montage. Grimsby at the time was a New York anchor on WABC TV's Eyewitness News. Following the Ghostbusters' public debut at the Sedgwick Hotel, Grimsby reported the entire eastern seaboard was alive with talk of incidents of paranormal activity. Alleged ghost sightings and related supernatural occurrences have been reported across the entire tri-state area. Dana Barrett watched his report. On June 23, 1995, Grimsby died in Lenox Hill Hospital from complications due to advanced lung cancer. Number 4. Alice Drummond. Alice Drummond was a veteran actress who got her start as Nurse Jackson on the television series Dark Shadows. One of Drummond's notable movie roles as a librarian haunted and frightened by a poltergeist at the beginning of the feature film Ghostbusters. Alice was a librarian at the main branch of the New York City Public Library who was working in the stacks when she encountered the library ghost. In the movie Ghostbusters, the supernatural spectacular late Alice, the librarian, is known as Alice Melvin. She's 29 years old, wanted to be a fashion designer, stout and plain. She had her VCR stolen by her most recent date and wanted to be reborn as Lonnie Anderson. She died on November 30, 2016 from complications of a fall at her home in the Bronx, New York City at age 88. Number 3. Tom Mcdermott. Tom Mcdermott was an actor that appeared in Ghostbusters. The character of the Archbishop in the Ghostbusters was played by Tom Mcdermott. In the movie, the Archbishop arrived at the mayor's office after the Ghostbusters and Walter Peck. The mayor immediately kissed the Archbishop's ring. Once the formalities were over, the mayor asked what he should do. The Archbishop said that the Catholic Church would not give an official response, but noted that he considered the events to be a sign from God. When Peter Venkman appealed to the mayor's sensibilities and mentioned he could save lives of millions of registered voters, the Archbishop nodded in approval. He died on August 19, 2021 at the age of 89 due to prostate cancer. Number 2. David Margulies.
How are you, Lenny?
You're looking good, Mike. We're in a real fix here. What do you think I should do?
Lenny.
David Joseph Margulies was an American actor who worked steadily on stage and screen, including roles in Ghostbusters and The Sopranos. His face was instantly recognizable from dozens of films and TV shows, including 1984's Ghostbusters and Ghostbusters 2. in which he played the mayor of New York. He repeated the role in the 1989 sequel. Mayor Lenny was originally in another Ghostbusters 2 scene that involved ghosts bleeding through walls. David Margulies filmed outside the U.S. Customs House in New York with 400 to 500 extras and the ILM crew on set. Ultimately, ILM could not do the ghost FX shot. A replacement scene was devised, the scene where Mayor Lenny mentions he had a discussion with the ghost of Fiorello LaGuardia. It was done 4 weeks before Ghostbusters 2's release. Margulies died on January 11, 2016 of cancer in Manhattan, New York at the age of 78. He was survived by his partner, actress Louis Smith, as well as his son Jonathan and his grandson from his marriage, which he had ended in divorce. Number 1. Harold Ramis
represents the normal amount of psychokinetic energy in the New York area. According to this morning's sample, it would be a Twinkie.
Harold Allen Ramis was an American actor, comedian, writer, and director. His best-known film acting roles were as Egon Spengler is in Ghostbusters. Harold Ramis was a pivotal member of the original 1984 Ghostbusters cast. He starred alongside Bill Murray, Dan Aykroyd, and Ernie Hudson. Moreover, he co-starred in the 1989 sequel Ghostbusters 2. Perhaps most importantly, Ramis was a writer on both films. He and Dan Aykroyd wrote the brilliantly funny screenplays that cemented the franchise's iconic status. Ramis played Dr. Egon Spengler, PhD, the geeky paranormal investigator, the former professor. Spengler's steady focus on the academic aspect of paranormal serves to keep the Ghostbusters grounded in an otherwise chaotic string of events, but when Ghostbusters Afterlife finally rolled out, Ramis was no longer with the original team. He died on February 24, 2014 at the age of 69 due to complications from autoimmune inflammatory vasculitis. Thank you for watching. If you liked our video, then hit the subscribe button to never miss out on any of our videos. See you next time.